Well, as we've rehearsed many times now, the questions just pile up and pile up. I'm joined, hopefully, for some answers by Robert, our political editor, of course, and Joel Hills, our business editor. Robert, let's start with you. Who's going to be the leader of the Tory party, and will they ever pull the trigger on Article 50, in your view?
Well, my view for some time has been that it will be Boris Johnson because he's so popular with party members, but he is deeply unpopular with many MPs who believe that he's a careerist, that he has he went over to the Leave side to pursue his own ambitions rather than because he really believed in it. And actually people say that both on the Leave side and on the Remain side. One of the things I found out this evening is that there is a Stop Boris campaign involving some whips, which breaks all precedent, to back Theresa May. I think it'll probably fail, but we should be under no illusion that there's a lot of anger against him. As for Article 50, I mean, one of the most significant things that the Prime Minister said today is it is absolutely in our hands whether we trigger Article 50. Now, just to remind all of us what that means, it means we are still, until we trigger Article 50, a full member of the European Union. The referendum doesn't mean anything now in that sense. Now, why are they delaying pulling the trigger on Article 50? It is because many members of the government are deeply concerned about the economic damage that will be done the moment we trigger it, because the moment we trigger it, that is the moment that big multinationals will say, we're on our way out, we don't know what the trading relationships will be, and we're going to stop investing and we're going to move people abroad. Well, and that is really putting the fear of God into very senior members of the government.
Well, let's flip that to Joel. Joel, I mean, where is this market going? How uncertain are people, and what do you think the dangers are?
Well, Boris Johnson this morning looked at the markets and saw stability. I mean, quite where he was looking is remarkable. But, I mean, it started with George Osborne making a sort of appeal for calm and business as usual, and there was calm for about 30 minutes, and then you saw bank shares in the big house builders fall really very dramatically. I think, Tom, you've got to look at, RBS, or the bank we still own a great big whopping stake in, of course, and its share price is now back to the levels we saw in 2009, right back in the financial crisis. If you look at the pound, which is a pretty good barometer of where investors see our economic prospects, it weakened again today. Now, a low pound offers up opportunity, but I think, unless the market sees something like political leadership emerging, something like a coherent vision for what Britain is going to look like outside the EU with those trading relationships addressed, there's every possibility this sell-off could continue.
OK, let's come back to you, Robert, at the end here. Just very briefly, Mr Corbyn survive the day tomorrow, survive the week? What do you think? He will or he won't?
So a split Tory party as nothing compared with the split Labour Party.
I'd never have guessed after today.
I mean, quite remarkable scenes of, more than 40 members of his team resigning, vote of confidence tomorrow. He is saying he won't resign. Now, the significance of that is, if he resigns, he can't be certain of being on the ballot paper for another election. And he is vowing to fight on, and if there is a contest, which I now think there will be, there is a very realistic prospect that although MPs hate him, the members may vote him back again. Now, if they were to vote him back, you could see a full-scale party split, because it is impossible to see how the current batch of Labour MPs, most of them, would continue serving under him. This is genuinely a life or death crisis for Labour.